What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome to the channel again for my Assetto Corsa Hot Lap Challenge Test Run event thing. I don't know. I never know and I never will know again, so you might as well just admit that. Today we have a very special car, one of the, I guess, kind of hero cars of my childhood in a lot of ways, for various reasons, which you'll see shortly. But as usual, we're going to take this car around Laguna and Monza, basically 3 laps each, out lap, warm up lap to make sure we got good brake markers, everything, and then a hot lap that'll go in our timing chart where we compare kind of where everything is. And I think after this episode or maybe the next one or something, we'll do a full rundown of the order to this point now that we have a handful of cars on the board. So, of course, that car when we take the Laguna Seca first is the McLaren F1 GTR. I guess it's a race car, but it's kind of not a race car truly. It's a street car, but it's a race car, so you know. But we'll see how it does. I expect this to be very, very fast at both of these tracks, but probably more so as usual around Monza. McLaren F1 obviously known for top speed. This is the short tail version of the car. The more popular version, I guess, is the long tail version of the car from 1997. This is the 1996, which is different slightly than the 1995, the previous year, which won Le Mans. Now, the reason it won Le Mans, if you don't know the story in 95, over some of the prototypes of Mario Andretti and others, it rained extremely, extremely heavily. Being a closed cockpit car with windshield wipers was an advantage, and also they just didn't have issues. I think there were 5 of them in the race, and all of them finished, if I remember correctly, and finished like 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th, or something like that. But very, very competitive, beat all the prototypes that had issues, and won overall in their first go. This was the follow-up to that, minor improvements. Never quite found the same level of success. 1997, obviously the long tail that a lot of you are familiar with. Came out, ran in FIA GT1 or whatever the series was called, I forget, against cars that you might know, such as the Mercedes CLK GTR. For the next year, FIA GT1 or whatever it was called was abandoned. Then we had the issue with the Porsche 911 GT1 or whatever it's called, and then the Mercedes CLR, which of course was famous for flipping over 3 separate times at Le Mans. But I digress. Anyways, this is about the McLaren today, so we're going to do the usual, go out, run here at Laguna, and then we'll jump over to Monza and see where it ends up on the lap charts. So strap into this beast, obviously a beautiful, beautiful sounding car as well. Sounds like a weapon like it is, and just always a pleasure. This car is pretty dang wild, so... set here. We've made it like 2 or 3 in a row through here. That's pretty impressive. We almost never make it through there. Oh, not quite the same grip as the Mazda. Just about get turned in. Pretty decent handling car again. Power down in the back end, go step out. This car is absolutely in a straight line. There we go, just about get turned in. About made it. Of course, you could say that the street version of this car as we come and start our warm-up lap here. Those of you that played Need for Speed, especially Hot Pursuit 2, like I did many, many hours of my childhood. McLaren F1 LM is basically the street version of this car in a lot of ways, not exactly. It's still a race car. You know. Pretty well handling, not the craziest car by any means, but pretty good. Big slide on exit there. A little tricky gear shift as you're accelerating on a tight corner. A little bit deep in there, just about made it. Put the power down the slide. He's going to be fine. Great sound as usual. Pleasure to drive, definitely not all over the place by any means, what you'd expect from a car of this nature. This is going to be a very interesting comparison with the car that comes next, so be sure to keep an eye out for that in a handful of days. The car that comes after this is going to be a real treat, and in my mind it'll be similar performance to this, but maybe not. There we go. Alright. Ready to start our flying time lap, so we'll see what this warm-up lap time is like and try to improve on it a little bit if we can. 27.85 is pretty solid. Just about got stopped and turned in there. Stopped and turned in there, nothing too crazy. Third right up to the limiter. Made it through the kink in second gear, up to third. Up to fourth, up to the corkscrew. Let's see if we can get this right. Just about got stopped in there. Tricky car to drive on the limit. Still very enjoyable, very responsive, predictable. First gear, final corner, line it up. And survey says Mclaren F1 GTR. I lost a little bit of time there, but it's a 26.2, very respectable lap time for the F1 GTR at Laguna. I'm excited to drive this car around Monza. It should be an absolute weapon. Certainly on the straightaways, about 0.2 of a second slower than the Lotus 72, I believe. Yeah, 72. McLaren F1 GTR 126.239. Lotus 72 126 dead. So there's your comparison there as far as what 20 years of progress from F1 to basically a racing road car gets you. Just of note. Alright, we'll click over here and get loaded into Monza, get up and running. Should be a very, very exciting car to drive around here, if nothing else. Definitely probably one of the scarier cars that you could drive around here in real life, especially with the value of these cars nowadays. But we'll see what the car has got. It should be fairly impressive. Alright, same deal. We're going to use a default set here. Head right out. Out lap here. And hot lap. That much. First gear through there, no problem. Just gotta be careful on the exit with the upshift. In sync, pretty happy with it. Ooh, got a lot of curve there. That really hurt our ability to turn back to the left. left there for the exit of Ascari. Keep note of that. A little more sensitive to curves and some other cars we've got around here. Brake at about 150 as usual. We'll try that out for a car like this. Tricky upshift there, maybe 1/3, not sure. We'll try stuff on here on our warm-up lap and see what happens. Just about fifth gear there as we come in line. Spot a brake mark. We'll probably try about 200 for 200. Sixth gear. Some terrible downshifts there. Just easy shift to the second gear there. Let's move 1 for our mark down the second. Nice and easy. A little bit of a snap oversteer exit. There we go, get the thing turned in, go back out. Right. Find out what to do before it, no. Actually before the back next to Ascari, so keep that fast lap and push that up to 5th, down the parabolic, the same deal. Try to leave it in 3rd here, see what kind of corner speed we can generate. A little bit of a slide traction control catch us. I'm happy with that, so I think we use 3rd through there on the fast lap, which starts right now. Lap time 151 dead. I think we can get underneath that. 5th gear. So we get the thing stopped, turned in. Pretty smooth through there. So we get the second chicane right as well. There we go. Deep in there, on the exit curve. We made it. Shifts from actually 3rd and 4th. It's a mistake. It didn't hurt us too terribly bad. We get turned into Ascari nicely. Tricky upshift there in between. Back to the big correction on the exit. We made it. Big correct back to the right there. One more brake zone here at 150 or so. Leaving 3rd, get turned in nicely. On the power. Decent. Shorten up this run to the line here, see if we can get in 4th. Can. Lap time is 154.66, so we found just about 6/10 there. Whew. It's an exhilarating couple laps, I promise you that. So with that, we actually do jump the low to 72 there as well. That first lap of 51 dead would not have got done. The 72 did a 1:50.98. Mclaren F1 GTR. F1 GTR, I can type. 1:50.466. A very impressive lap time. Not too terribly far off, just about 4 seconds off the 787B, which is a crazy thing in itself, only a couple years later and basically a GT car compared to a full-on prototype. So very, very impressive there. Very, very fun car to drive. Again, And be sure to check out the next one. I think it'll be a really interesting comparison for what's coming up next. So I'm going to press the right button this time to end this. I have my fingers on the right stuff. So as always, thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed, drop a like down below, subscribe so you don't miss any of the action from Assetto Corsa, F122, iRacing, anything else I may post at any time. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. So as always, until next time, bye.